Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're stepping way outside the traditional classroom. We're going to look at how an indigenous community actually bakes incredibly complex math right into their daily survival. We usually think of math as this abstract thing, right? Trapped on a whiteboard or locked inside some heavy textbook. But what happens when human beings use numbers, shapes, and patterns to build a community and, well, survive? What if the best way to learn math wasn't from a textbook, but from the ancestral mountains of Mindanao? It really shifts your whole perspective, doesn't it? We are exploring a living, breathing form of mathematics here, a system driven entirely by culture, survival, and just this amazingly deep connection to the earth. So, here is our roadmap. First, we'll meet the Higaonon community, explore math in their daily life, uncover the geometry of tradition, track the cycles of their ancestral land, and finally, look at math beyond the textbook. Let's dive right in. Section 1. Meet the Higaonon community. So who are the Higaonon? They're an indigenous group living up in the mountainous region of Bukidnon and Mindanao. And they don't just happen to live near nature. Their whole existence depends completely on farming, the natural worlds, and really tight community cooperation. They are, at their core, a mountain-dwelling agricultural community. Now, this is absolutely crucial to understand. Their core values are peace, unity, and a profound respect for their elders. But the absolute bedrock of all of this, it's their deep connection to their ancestral land. I mean, that land is everything to them. It's their home, it's their primary food source, and it's their literal identity. Everything they practice grows right out of that soil. All right, moving on to Section 2, Math and Daily Life. Let's put this into a real-world scenario. Say a farmer collects 10 bundles of cassava in the morning and then 7 more in the afternoon. How many bundles does he have in total? Now, for the Higaonon, this isn't some random word problem you'd find on a pop quiz. This is their daily reality. When harvesting crops, they are constantly tracking these resources in their heads to protect their livelihood. The answer, obviously, is 17. But the real beauty here is in the application. While you or I might instantly reach for the calculator app on our phones for basic math, they are seamlessly combining these quantities based on real survival needs. It just proves that necessity totally drives mathematical application. Numeracy out here is just a natural human adaptation. And look at this. This brilliantly illustrates how they use division to ensure fairness. If there are 30 pieces of food prepared for a gathering of 6 families, they do the mental math perfectly, so every single family gets exactly 5 pieces. Math in this context isn't just crunching numbers. It's a vital social tool. It's literally what they use to maintain peace and make sure everyone gets their fair share. Section 3, the geometry of tradition. Let's talk about weaving. For the Higaonon, weaving is a huge part of their tradition and identity. They use local resources to make these incredible clothes and bags. But it is definitely not just a craft. The patterns woven into these materials actually represent their ancestral stories and their cultural heritage. It's a physical expression of exactly who they are. And here is where we see ethno-mathematics in action. It's all about creating designs using repeating patterns, balanced arrangements, symmetry, and order. I mean, they are actively practicing geometry. Without ever writing down a formal geometric proof, these weavers are utilizing incredibly advanced spatial design. Mathematics is literally woven directly into the fabric of their culture. Okay, Section 4, Cycles of Ancestral Land. Think about it. Agriculture requires serious precision. The Higaonon don't just plant seeds randomly. They make critical agricultural decisions based on strict observation. They have to observe the weather and the environment, track the passage of time, and determine these cyclical planting and harvesting seasons. It is basically a massive ongoing calculation of environmental variables. And of course, these seasonal cycles culminate in these really beautiful traditions. You have shared meals that show hospitality, sacred rituals for Thanksgiving and healing, and the sharing of traditional rice wine, which symbolizes friendship and unity. All of these gatherings are timed perfectly to the mathematical cycles of the harvest to reinforce their social bonds. Finally, Section 5, Math Beyond the Textbook. This really builds a powerful case against strictly abstract learning, doesn't it? Abstract math lives mostly in books, it's often totally disconnected from reality, and relies on, well, abstract problems. But culturally responsive math, that is connected directly to a learner's culture. It's part of real life. Utilizing relatable situations like harvesting cassava or weaving symmetrical patterns just makes the concepts instantly accessible. So, for future educators, or really anyone interested in how we learn, these principles are a clear roadmap. We have to connect mathematics to the learner's culture, prove that it lives in the real world. We need to respect their experiences and utilize community-based context for problem solving. When you do that, you honor the learner's background and make education profoundly more impactful. I absolutely love this quote. Mathematics helps us make fair decisions and solve everyday challenges. Ultimately, what the Higaonon community shows us is that math isn't just about passing a test. It is a living, breathing tool designed to foster fairness, unity, and practical problem solving. It's a tool for living well together. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a question to chew on. How can we connect our own traditions to the things we learn every day? Look around your own life, your family rituals, your daily routines. Try to find the hidden knowledge embedded right there. Because just like the Higaonon, you might just find that the most profound lessons aren't written in a textbook at all. They're lived every single day. Thanks for joining me.